Bakker, naturopath. Thank you for coming back, checking out the video. We're talking about Blastocystis Hominis again, one of my favorite topics. I've just read some interesting studies that show that Blastocystis is incredible globally. We're looking at anywhere between 10 to 60% of the population in Western developed countries could have Blasto now. It's so endemic and it's so widespread. But what I'm going to talk to you about is Blasto and anxiety. Many people who have this parasite, who find out or discover they have it, develop anxiety. They freak out. I hear this from so many people. It's incredible. Well, basically, it's like a dog chasing its tail. Because when you do freak out about things or get stressed or have anxiety, you make yourself more susceptible towards higher levels of oxidative stress and immune damage, higher levels of antibody production, and more problems, as a result of Blasto. So the more you freak, the more you stress, the worse the problem becomes. There are many studies now that show there are links between stress and blastocystis. Particularly people who live under very stressful situations tend to have a much higher incidence of contracting a blasto infection than people who don't live in these high stressful situations. This is exactly what I've been trying to communicate through this channel for so long now, that lifestyles are so stressful. A very interesting study I just read this morning showed that between 1983 and 2007, there was a 24% increase in perceived stress in the USA. So 24% for males and 18% for females. So people really feel more stressed than they did back in the 80s. And they communicated also, through their behaviors and through their different responses. But unfortunately, stress has an incredible way to impact and weaken the body, increasing susceptibility for more disease. So this is why diets are not the only thing you need to look at when it comes to Blasto, or any kind of parasite, or Candida, or SIBO for that amount. It's all about understanding the role that stress plays and how it impacts on your immune system, particularly on the peripheral white blood cells like the neutrophils, and the monocytes, and the lymphocytes. These cells can be revved right up and right down through stress. And they in turn are going to create a lot of problems for your body on so many different levels that you may well point the finger at something else. So before you start pointing the finger at Blasto and blaming the parasite for all of your woes, have a look at the situation you're living in right now. What type of a job have you got? What type of relationships you got? How are you living? Because this could very well impact you and create, more problems. So anxiety and Blasto is real. Blasto also can induce more anxiety with people, as I mentioned, but anxiety in turn can create more of a problem with Blasto. So you've got to get off the merry-go-round. So have a think about that. If you've got anxiety and you've got blastocystis, you're shooting yourself in the foot, okay, by spending too much time on the internet looking up what this parasite does, what it can cause. This will only induce a high state of anxiety. So my recommendation is to stop worrying so much about things, particularly your gut function. Do the testing, do the treatment, get on with your life. Don't live your life full of stress and worries. It's not really going to improve the quality of your life, particularly as you get older. Thanks for tuning in.